Senate Republicans have formally started debate on their overhaul of the tax system, paving the way for the bill to head to President Trump's desk as early as Tuesday night. Senators voted 51-48 to take up the legislation after it cleared the House largely on a party-line vote. No Democratic senator voted to start debate on the bill. The vote brings congressional Republicans a step closer to the first major legislative victory of Trump's tenure, and to the enactment of major policy changes that the party has been seeking for years. Senators will now have to work through up to 10 hours of debate before a final vote on the tax plan, though Republicans could yield back some of their debate time. "I think we need to explain, especially with all of the misinformation out there, what we're doing, and that's why it's important to use some of that time. But I can't imagine that we'll need to burn the entire 10 hours, Senator John Cornyn, Texas, told reporters. Republicans have a slim 52-seat majority but are expected to have the votes to pass the tax bill despite the absence of Senator John McCain, Arizona, who is recovering from cancer treatments. Several key holdouts came on board this week, and Senator Bob Corker, Tennessee, who voted against the initial Senate bill, is supporting the final compromise agreement. The GOP tax plan would permanently reduce the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21% while temporarily lowering rates for individuals and families. It would also reduce tax breaks important to states and cities with higher taxes by placing a $10,000 cap on the deduction for state and local and property taxes. The bill would also repeal Obamacare's individual mandate and open up a section of the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge for drilling. Republicans argue the bill will boost an already healthy economy, sparking new investments by U.S. companies and helping to prevent jobs from being moved overseas. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, RK, on Tuesday hailed the legislation as a once-in-a-generation opportunity. It will deliver historic tax relief to American families. It will help put our country on a trajectory towards more innovation and better-paying jobs. It will repeal an unfair tax at the center of Obamacare and will help America achieve greater energy security, he said. McConnell predicted that the Senate's final vote would take place on Tuesday evening, rather than stretching into early Wednesday morning. Democrats have lambasted the bill, calling it a giveaway to corporations and the wealthy. It is a disgrace that Republicans are rushing to pass a massive tax break for the wealthy while children are about to be thrown off their health insurance, Senator Bernie Sanders, IVT, said on Tuesday. Democrats don't have the ability to block the tax bill on their own. Under reconciliation, the budget rules that Republicans are using to avoid a filibuster, the bill can pass with a simple majority. Independent scorekeepers have predicted the tax plan will add about $1.5 trillion to the deficit over the next decade, though other estimates have pegged the cost at around $1 trillion when economic growth is taken into account. Republicans dispute those estimates, predicting the costs of the bill are overstated. Though the corporate tax cuts in the legislation are permanent, most of the bill's changes for individuals expire in 2025. Republicans predict the lower individual rates will ultimately be extended. A study by the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, a nonpartisan deficit hawk group, found that the bill could cost significantly more, between $2 trillion and $2.2 trillion, if the temporary tax cuts are made permanent.